If she don't know nothing about it, it ain't her business. But if she catch you dead in your tracks, just admit it. But the guys that keep lying and lying and lying because they don't want the woman to leave, they don't want to lose the love, and they not thinking like, okay, if I just admit it, whatever, she gonna leave anyway. All right, yeah, okay, yeah, you got me. What's going on, fellas? Let's get right into it. So I had a subscriber, a very actually loyal subscriber, who wanted me to give an analysis on why it's better to be respected than it is to be liked. All right, fellas, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button if you find value in this video, which I know you will. All right, guys. Now, in all realms in life, as a man, you should always want to be respected versus being liked. All right. Now you're gonna hear this a lot. You're gonna hear this on like stoicism channels. You're gonna hear this in the red pill space. You're gonna hear this everywhere. So I don't want you just to believe everything you hear. All right. Even if it is everywhere, even if it is popular propaganda or popular ideas or theologies, I don't want you to just believe what you hear. But if you can think about the times in your life, as a man, if you're watching this, for all men, if you could think about the times in your life when people actually disrespected you, okay, disrespected you, tell me how you felt. I'm sure you didn't feel good. I'm sure it made you feel less of a man. Okay, as a man, when we're disrespected, it actually emasculates us. Whether we will admit it or not. If you're a real man, and when I say a real man, I'm not judging by societal standards. I'm judging by if you're a biological male, you feel some type of way when people disrespect you. Okay, now when it comes to women, guys, always, even in a long-term relationship and marriage, you should always desire her respecting you over her loving you. Okay, guys, because I've been with women that actually were head over heels for me, in love with me, but didn't entirely respect me. And in all of those situations, it ended bad. Because this is the thing, women are very, very emotional, guys. All right. Now, when it comes to a dynamic of a relationship, long term relationship, short term relationship, marriage, no matter what it is, when it comes to the dynamic of a male and a female, there has to be some sort of logic and order when it comes to the way she treats you. Okay, because if it's entirely based on her emotions, it's going to be chaotic. Some days she's gonna be happy with you. She's gonna be treating you nice, be nurturing and loving, and then other days she's gonna be yelling at you, screaming. If it was all based and up to her emotions, but because there's a level of respect that needs to be there, at the times when she wants to lash out and start tripping and complaining about things, she knows because she respects you, she can't cross certain lines. All right, guys, and that is why respect is so important. If it's up to me, which it is in my personal life, I prefer women that respect me over women that love me. Now, when I was younger and naive, and no disrespect to any younger guys, but when I was younger and naive, meaning I didn't really understand my value as a man because I didn't really have anything, I didn't really build anything to have value as a man, I tolerated women I tolerated disrespect from women just because they were in love with me, or just because they had strong feelings for me, or they were infatuated by me. All right, guys, because what I wanted is I wanted that intimacy. I thought intimacy was better than respect. But as I got older and as I started accomplishing things, I realized that I prefer respect over love. Okay, guys, like I've been in many situations as in my younger 20s, between the ages of 21 and 26. I was dating a chick back when I lived in San Antonio. I was dating a chick, and there were several times where her emotions will override standards and boundaries because she didn't have that respect for me. She had the love for me. She would do anything for me. She wouldn't leave me. I had to pry her out of my life, literally. But because she loved me way more than she respected me, there were times where we would be in public and she would disrespect me in front of people, when she would get overly emotional about things when I would check her and stuff like that. Now that I'm older, I don't tolerate stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I would rather a woman be pissed off at me all day because I checked her and I put her in her place, but she know how to behave herself and tolerate the misunderstanding and behave and not trip out. I rather that versus a woman who can't control her emotions. And it's not even about controlling her emotions. It's about the actions behind her emotions. Because women that really respect you, she's not going to embarrass you in public. She's not going to talk over you. You know, they're not going to deliberately do things to disrespect you. Okay, guys? Because women that really love you, when they're pissed off at you and they don't respect you, they'll do little stupid things like try to make you jealous. You know, and things like that. Women who respect you won't make you jealous. They may slip up from time to time because women are women. But for the most part, on a larger spectrum, bro, a long-term relationship, they won't be doing silly childish things to try to make you jealous and things like that, guys. That is why respect is way better than love. Okay? Now, to a degree, a woman has to like you, G. Like she has to at least like you in order to be in a relationship with you. You know, I'm not saying that just because a woman respects you, but she don't like anything about you, then you good and you in the clear. I'm not saying that. She has to like you. You know, you have to have a good personality. Y'all have to be able to connect, and there has to be some type of chemistry in some sort of way. But for the most part, guys, respect over love. Even when it comes to men, guys, even when it comes to men, especially with men, you should rather men respect you versus like you. For me, bro, I don't care if another man likes me. You know what I mean? That's not my like my family, the men in my family that love me. You know, if we get out of line with each other, that's not gonna change the love. You know what I'm saying? Because they're your family. But as far as like associates, business partners, friends, bro, it's always respect over being liked. And what I mean by that, like, if you gotta check your boy because of something, you know, because most men won't check their boys because they don't want their boys to stop liking them. They don't want to tell their boys something that their boys not gonna like or their boys gonna disagree with. Like if your homeboy slipping up, most guys not gonna tell their homeboy, "Hey, bro, you need to get it together," because they're afraid that their boy, you know, not gonna like them. Like, so what if he don't like you? You are showing true, not even respect. You are showing that you actually care about this dude by checking him and telling him, "Hey, bro, you slipping up. I care about you." You know, but most guys are afraid to do that because they're afraid of the guy not liking them. You know what I mean? They rather the guy not liking them, bro. The guy will respect you way more if you just tell him what's up. You know, and same thing for women. I think most times, you know, like the reason why a lot of women don't respect men is because men lie. They want women to like them, and to they'll lie to the woman and say, "Oh no, I didn't sleep with this chick, bro." If you get caught, like, this is the thing with sleeping with women, bro. If you get caught sleeping with a chick, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't get caught, don't say nothing. But if you get caught, G, just admit it. Just admit it. Like, even if the woman leaves you, she still respect you more. She may come back around to you one day, which they all do. You know what I mean? Like, every time a woman has accused me of cheating and I admitted it, sometimes they left, sometimes they didn't, you know, but they always came back because they respected me from it, you know, simple as that. And the women who I had to lie to, you know, sometimes they came back, sometimes they didn't. But the level of respect wasn't as high from the woman who I was just like, yeah, man, all right, I'm caught. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she don't know nothing about it, it ain't her business. But if she catch you dead in your tracks, just admit it. But the guys that keep lying and lying and lying because they don't want the woman to leave, they don't want to lose the love, you know, and they not thinking like, okay, if I just admit it, whatever, she gonna leave anyway. All right, yeah, okay, yeah, you got me. All right, guys. Then there's a level of respect that comes after that. Maybe she may be pissed off at you, call you a bitch and everything, whatever. All right, but long term respect. All right, this motherfucker was willing to piss me off and tell the truth. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So respect is always better than being liked. When you check your girl, there's a level of disrespect that you're gonna have to give her. What I mean is, every time you check your girl, when your girl doing something you don't like, you know what I mean? Like if my chick talk to me out of turn, you know what I mean, or she over talk me, I have to check her, you know, and she's gonna feel disrespected by that. They always do, don't they? They always feel offended when you check them. But most guys don't want to check women because they're afraid if they offend her, she's going to leave or she's going to stop loving them or liking them or stop, giving them sex or whatever. Bro, I guarantee you, if you understand the power of not caring, bro, all right, the power of not caring. If you cannot care whether she leaves or whether she not, but you gonna get her on your program or she's gonna get on your program, and you got standards and you got boundaries. So if you check her without the fear of her leaving, 9 times out of 10 she ain't going nowhere. And if she do decide, to leave, I guarantee you she coming back, or she just not the woman for you, G. But you should always value respect over love or over being liked. Like I said with men, in dynamics, when you're with other men, bro, in friendship groups, in business situations, you should always want respect over being liked. Okay, guys, because this is the thing. A lot of guys well, I'm not gonna say a lot of guys, but some guys are popular, meaning some guys got a lot of friends. Okay, guys, and you will tend to see that most guys that have a lot of friends, like a lot of people that like them, most of those people don't actually respect the man, because in order to be respected, you're gonna have to say no a lot. You're gonna have to not do certain things. Okay, guys, so you got to understand these dynamics. Now there, like, if people are popular or well known because of their accomplishments, that is different. But when you see just people with just a lot of people who just like them, especially men, those are men who are usually very tolerant of a lot of things. You know what I mean? Because if you are a man and you got a principle and you got morals and you got values, especially in this clown world. Now, back in the day, G, it was different. But in this clown world, it's gonna be hard for you to really just tolerate a lot of different type of people around you right now, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have your close people, of course, but when you just see people who just always around people and they, everybody likes them, those are people who are usually very tolerant. Okay, very, very tolerant, and they don't demand respect from people. On the flip side, you'll usually see a lot of men who have one or two close friends. Yeah, they know people, they know a lot of people, but they usually have one or two close friends, maybe three, maybe four. All right, guys, but they're usually very intolerant. Why? Because they prefer respect over being liked. All right, guys, they prefer respect over being liked. I'm not advocating for being a loner, not at all. I'm just saying, when you prefer respect over being liked, G, it ain't too many people you can just be around on a daily like that. All right, guys, because it's just weird nowadays. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but it's just weird nowadays. All right, fellas, but respect over being like, bro. Even with children, bro, I got little G's, bro. Even with children, bro, I'd rather them respect me than like me. I don't care if I'm not interested in them liking me. You know what I mean? Like, when I check my son and I let him know what it is and I discipline him, I don't look back to see what his reaction is. Whether or not he's smiling with me, or he happy with me, or he frowning at me. He could be mugging me for all I care, bro. It ain't my business. My job is to discipline him. My job is to make him become a real G when he get older. You know what I'm saying? So it's respect over being liked. It's respect over being liked. You know what I mean? So, people like to say, with the whole kid thing, your kids shouldn't fear you. I 100% believe that your kids should fear you as a parent. I fear my mom. She was a woman, a little bitty old woman. I fear my mom. I was scared to death of my mom, bro. But it was because of the respect. I wasn't scared of her like, oh my God, I can't be around her at all. I loved my mom. I wanted to be around my mom all the time when I was a little kid. But I respected her to the point where I was scared of her, like I ain't about to try her. It was yes, ma'am. It wasn't no talking back. It was being inside before the street lights came on. I was a little rebel as a kid, but I knew to come inside before the street lights came on, because it was respect over love. I had many days where I hated my mom, G. Man, y'all know y'all had them days y'all hated y'all mom. You know what I'm saying? She told you to do something, you ain't do it. She gave you an ass whooping. You go in your room, you close the door, you airboxing it, you airboxing in there. You know, you all mad, you pissed off, you crying, you snotting, you talking trash, you contemplating on running away from home. Y'all know what I'm talking about, G. So anyway, man, it's respect over being liked. 100% in all scenarios. All right, fellas? So if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you again for tuning in, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you find value today. Don't forget, guys, thetoptierman.com is where you can get my fragrances, the top tier fragrances, guys. Go check that out. Link is in the description. I appreciate you guys again. Thanks for all the support. We out of here, baby.